Hey y'all, grab your blunts, grab your bongs, grab your weed, cause you're watching High Times with Brook.
This money be coming in large amount. I just got some racks on my bank account. I just got some head from a thirsty bitch. I'm talking to they gon' search the way.
What's up, y'all? I hope y'all are having a good week whenever you are watching this video. Welcome back to High Times with Brook. I am just going to hop right in because I had just a week this week. So this week my kid finally started school. It took her a little longer to get into school this year, just trying to figure out where she was going to go. She ends up going to the school I didn't even want her to go to, for one. For two, we finally get to the day. I get to the school, and on the way there, I'm already like, sorry, I'm already getting fighting the school starting, school starting, the cold is coming, the flu, all of that. So first week, and I'm already got the sniffles. But basically, when we got there, I'm like, like as soon as I seen it, I'm like, I wasn't feeling it. But I still had like decent hopes for whatever the fuck was about to happen. We get into the school and I'm looking around. I'm like, ew, I don't like it. I'm off rip. I just do not like it. And my daughter's dad look over at me and says, yeah, you can tell that it get hot as fuck in here in the summertime. They don't got no good AC. Strike two, bro. Like, strike two, bro. I'm like, I could feel myself building up to cry. So boom, we in there. They ask for my kid's name. I tell them her name, and they like, okay. They tell me where to go for her class. The walk to the class, y'all, I'm just looking around. I'm just like, I think I started crying on the walk to the classroom. And when we finally got to the teacher, I think I peeked my head into the classroom my daughter was going into. Instantly started bawling my eyes out. Like, literally, like, I just did not like it. Like, I didn't like the atmosphere, what it looked like, what they had going. Like, no. It wasn't right for me. I have high standards for my kid. Like, and I have high standards because I was brought up with high standards. You know what I'm saying? So I have the same for my child. So when it comes to her schooling and everything else, like, the very important shit, I take it seriously. So, the school that she previously, her first 2 years of school, my daughter's in second grade, kindergarten, first grade. My kid's already been in school for 2 years. I never ever cried dropping my daughter off at school when she was going to her school that she was previously going to, because I knew of the environment. I knew of, like, I just knew she was in a safe, good place. Like, oh my gosh, I just knew when I went, like, when when I was dropping her off, like, this ain't it, like, instantly. So, I didn't want her to get too worried about me being, upset. So I'm like, oh no, I'm just crying because I'm proud of you. You're in second grade. But really, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck do I need to do to get my kid out of this school? So I really just been like in my mind all week, like, bro, I need a game plan. I need to figure out how I'm about to move, how I'm about to do this, how I'm about to do that, because where my kid is at school right now, I'm just not for it. And on top of that, like, first day she come back to school, she like, my teacher's dumb. I'm like, oh, hell no. And she's like, the kids don't listen. And And she's always yelling. And the reason why she said her teacher was dumb is because like she kept like giving her the wrong name for work and stuff like that. And I'm like, Alani, that don't make her dumb. She's just, she's probably overwhelmed. And then as the week went on, she's like, Mom, I do not want to go to school. This lady yells at me for literally no reason. And it's like, I know that it's probably hard for the teacher to control her students, especially, having, students who are more, I don't even know what to call it, but just a group of students who are more active rather than learning. I'll just put it in decent words like that. The kids are, playing around. You know what it's like, disruptive students. So, like I said, my daughter started school late, so they was already like 2 weeks in. So she's on week 3, my daughter on week 1. So that lady, she's probably, a bit fed up, which I understand. But don't take that out on my kids. Like my kid's a good kid. You might have to tell her like, hey, stop. You don't got to keep repeating yourself. So my kid coming home and she's telling me like, oh, the teacher is constantly yelling at me. And, I don't like that, and then she talking about the school lunch is terrible. She don't know what the hell they feeding them. Like, I'm like, to the point where I had to get on Amazon and order those bento boxes and the thermal things, that let's make lunch for my kids, lady. Like, I guess I got to turn into that for the time being. But y'all, it's been a week. Like, parenting is really no joke, for real. And I should have knew it was something because my aunt usually gets my daughter's school supplies. And the school supplies she was getting was so fucking out of the ordinary. Like, she was getting, like, y'all know them, like, practice adding and subtracting cards and 2 headphones. Why the fuck do she need 2 headphones? This one kid. It was 2 headphones, a bunch of Sharpies, Expo markers, like, literally, like, school supplies that is for the teachers, not the kids. Like, they finessing. And you want to know how I know they finessing? Because on the walk to my kids' class, y'all, I swear to God, they have a room full of school supplies. Literally school supplies all the way up to fucking Mount Everest. Like, it's to the point, like, no kid should ever say that they don't got nothing in that school because they have a room full of it. And so just seeing that and looking back at the school list, it's like, damn, y'all is really out here finessing. No wonder y'all asking for 2 headphones, because what y'all gonna do is take one for my kid and then put one in your storage room. Y'all got me fucked up. That's why I put my kid's name on everything, literally everything, because what the fuck? Like, I'm really just outdone. Like, what type, like, I just don't know what the fuck they got going on at that school, but it's just not for me. And I feel like this is like a teaching moment for my kid, because one little thing at her school that she was previously going to, she'll be like, oh, Mom, I want to go to a different school. I don't like this school, whatever. Now you in a different school, in a different district, and you see that the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And now she like, Mom, I do not want to go to this school. I do not want to go to this school. And it's like, yeah. So maybe, this was meant to happen to show her, like, just because you having issues in where you at right now don't mean if you go somewhere else that it will be 10 times better. And I feel like that is for anybody in life. Like, just because you hate how something is where you are right now, don't mean that if you go somewhere else, that shit can be better. You could go somewhere else and shit could be worse. Like, as in for this instant. And or this can even be like for relationships. You know, you could go be with somebody else and be sitting there like, damn, I should have stayed with who I was with, because, you know, it might have been a little fucked up, but at least it ain't this. And you know, I'm not saying that, you know, moving on to different things isn't always a bad outcome, because of course there are things that happen for the better, and, you know, good outcomes when you leave your past behind. But, you know, it's always a, you know, it might go this way, it might go that way, you never know. So I'm upset because I had a total different plan than this. So I'm just upset that my plan went this way and her teaching moment had to be this, because it's like, bro, okay, she might be learning something, you know, a life lesson of the grass ain't greener, but I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. And I'm not feeling like, it's to the point like I ain't never had to like message a teacher and, you know, give them a piece of my mind or anything like that. Like, me and my daughter's teachers for the past 2 years, kindergarten and first grade, we was cool. So for me, and this is the first week of school for me. So for me, going into the second week and I'm already about to have to say something to this lady, it's crazy. And it's like, I was going to say something this week, but I said I wanted to give it a week. And last week I had said, I don't know how to articulate myself without offending someone. And quite frankly, this week I learned I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, because this week I'm like, man, I feel like I'm being a little too hard on this lady, like what I wanted to say to her. But sometimes people gotta hear it, and I feel like I'm not being rude, I'm not being disrespectful. All I'm telling you is, you ain't gotta yell at my kid to get a point across. And if I keep getting reports of you yelling at my kid, I'm coming up to that school, and I don't mind it. I already do not like the school. So if y'all need me to show my ass, y'all forcing us to go here, okay. And that's for real, just that on that. Like, I try my best not to be where we at right now. We're here. And I'm moving accordingly, and I'm moving just like how I said I was. Period, point blank. And I think it's crazy because I keep sniffling and clearing my throat. It's the first week of school and motherfuckers is already sick. Like, how did I go all summer without getting sick? School start, niggas is niggas is fucked up. It's crazy. Like, and it's like, damn, flu season ain't even started yet. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, literally, school just started. I am not trying to be sick. Like, that's just not for me. So, my goal next week upcoming, I'm going to try to figure out some vitamins and supplements to keep us on our A game this year, because I am not trying to be like last year. I feel like I was sick literally like every month for like the beginning of the school year. I feel like up until like March. Like, so August to March last year, we was sick literally every other month. I'm not doing that. I don't know what the fuck. And that be what be getting me, because y'all in these school supply lists, y'all be asking for 12 Clorox bleach wipes, bleach itself, disinfectant, everything. How the fuck everybody still getting sick? Y'all got hand sanitizer. How is everybody still getting sick? I do not understand that. I don't. What the fuck? At this point, y'all taking it home. And I'm not like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. At this point, I want my kid to have her own personal wipe and hand sanitizer. But I know as a kid, you're not going to do that. You know, she's not no germaphobe. She's literally a kid. So I know she ain't about to wipe down her desk and hand sanitize herself every fucking 10 minutes like she should. But I'm tired of the illness. I'm tired of it. But yeah, that's how my week went with the school shit. And I'm really like, that really showed me like, okay, bitch, you really saw for real, because I was crying. Like, I'm leaving out the school. The teachers is like, oh, I promise we're going to take good care of her. I've been working here for 20 years, this, that, and the third. I don't give a fuck about nothing that y'all saying for real, because this ain't right. Like, this ain't right. Like, literally walking through that school, all I could hear is that teacher on ATL, and she was, AC is for honest students. Like, I'm fucked up in there. Like, school year is almost over. Thank you, Jesus. Like, I literally, that's the first thing that came to my head. Like, my nigga go to, what is this, McKinneyville high school in fucking ATL. Like, I was fucked up. I'm like, bro, we don't even live in the hood. What the fuck are we, like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, I'm fucked up about it. And you know, maybe this will build character or whatever the case may be, but just know my baby ain't about to be in that school for too long. We about to figure something out. Because it ain't working for me. It's just not. But going into the next subject, we still on school and we still on parenting. And when I dropped my kid off at school, you know, I left. I'm on my way home. I didn't have to roll up because I'm just trying to get my head together. And I'm scrolling on my phone, and I see a post that say, alright, y'all, it's the second week of school. Let's see if your kids are still fresh or y'all only got them a first day of school outfit. And I'm like, what? Like, I personally, me, I don't give a fuck about what anybody else's kids is wearing, for one. For two, why ain't nobody asking about grades or, you know, extracurriculars and shit like that? Y'all worried about what the fuck these kids is wearing. This is not no fucking fashion show. Don't none of these people pay y'all's bills. I'm about to sneeze. That was a mean one. Yeah, that just threw me off. But you know, y'all don't pay none of these people's bills. They don't pay your bills. Who gives a fuck what the fuck your kid is wearing? Yes, to the people who dress y'all's kids nice, for sure, put that shit on. You know what I'm saying? But put that much energy in their grades and everything else, not just what they got on, you know. And to the people who can't afford to keep their kid in different things, you know, that other people can't, that's okay too. Just make sure that they going to school and they can make something of themselves. And let's do better in telling our kids, like, bro, if somebody don't got what you got, that don't mean that they are less than you or anything, you know. And I feel like that's a lot of people's problem. Like, a lot of people feel like just because they kids got on fucking the latest shoes and jewelry and designer outfits but can't spell their names or can't do, you know, the shit that they should be doing, but they know how to put some shit on. Like, that shit's just not cool to me. And I just feel like, shit like that really be just unnecessary, especially in kids at this age. Like, kids already got to worry about going to school and learning and dealing with becoming a person, so all that extra pressure, especially about some fashion shit, I don't know, it don't be for me. I feel like dressing with my kid, I really don't mind as long as she's happy. My kid, she's her own person. She has her own style and everything. So, I try to style her to her personality and stuff like that, not what I think she should wear. Of course, I have my inputs in it and stuff like that, and we come to agreements, but I'm not going to be mad if she don't have a fucking Burberry full fit. Like, it's just not that deep to me. I'm not saying that my kid can't have no Burberry fit or different things like that, but I care about the real shit, bro. I care about the school district that my kid's in. I care about, if her teacher is treating her right, if her teacher is able to teach her. I care about what she's learning. Do she got homework? My kid is about to be in middle school in a couple years. Like, and then what's after middle school? Junior high, then high school. Like, we're elevating in this bitch. I'm not worried about the little things, I try my best. I do what I can. I'm not saying that I don't put my kid in nice stuff. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying that, that's not my main thing that I be worried about, Like, I be worried about the real, what's going to impact her in her life, ahead of her. So when I seen that post, it just really, I just blew that straight into the mic. That was crazy. But I seen that post and it really just had me thinking, like, some people have kids for the wrong reason. Like, kids is not Barbie dolls and action figures. These is real humans who gotta come up and be adults in this world one day. And the way that you're raising them and the way you treat them, the things that you instill into them is what makes them at the end of the day. So if you be a fucking bad person, if you be a fucking rude person, if you instill in them to only give a fuck about how they look and shit like that, that's how they're gonna be, and I feel like we should all be trying to build genuine human beings, build a better world. Everybody always want to complain about the world, but ain't feeding nothing good into it they damn selves. So, that was just heavy on my brain. Like, who really gives a fuck about what the fuck a kid got on the second week of school? As long as the kid got on some shit that is school appropriate and is making it to school, that should be all that matters. Make sure that they in the second week of school and they comprehending some shit like that, But off of the heavy shit, I wanted to go into some reminiscing of me in school, because I'm like, I don't know, back to school, it just got me thinking of stuff. My kid just had her first game, and I was a cheerleader in school, and just coming up, I danced and different things like that. So being able to see my child do stuff like that, it really be, it means something to me. So I was just thinking about, just being a cheerleader and my games, and how my family used to show it for me at my games and different things like that. So I just want to give my child that, and I had a great time at her first game. I was so proud of her and how well she did, and she's working hard on, flipping and learning how to back handspring and just different things like that. I'm proud of my baby for that, and shout out to her, and I just pray that she has a blessed year ahead of her, and she enjoys her year. But it also got me thinking about the crazy shit that I went through in school, and me and her dad was actually talking about. I'm like, was you there when it was a food fight at school? I'm like, how many people can say like they've been in like a food fight at school or like my teachers went on strike and all just different shit like that. And it's like I look back on my past and my life and just everything that I used to do, and I really I had a funny, memorable life. Like I definitely got stories to tell my kid. Like, girl, when I was in school, I think it was my freshman year was the first food fight that they had. Now, I was not in that food fight, but I was skipping class, so so I was able to see the aftermath. And when I tell you that cafeteria was fucking hit, that cafeteria was fucking hit. Like, it looked like the walls was painted with food. Like, that was crazy. And it was like they had the food fight, they made all the kids like evacuated, they got to fighting outside. Like, it was just like shit like that was just memorable. Like, I bet you, like, if anybody who went to my school and attended Reynoldsburg, I believe that was like 2012 senior year, not 2013. I can't remember who, but Siri. Ooh, nothing, girl. Yeah. That girl wanted to hop on the cast. What's up, girl? Apple endorsements. I need an Apple I was about to say watch. I need a what's the MacBook. Siri, you hear that? MacBook. But yeah, we had that food fight. So I wasn't, like I said, in that one. But I think it was my senior year they tried to re-rock it. And it just did not go as planned. Like, and I was in that one. And literally them kids was some hoes. They was scary for real. Literally it was literally ready, set, go, boom. Everybody threw all their food at once and then just froze and stopped. Wow, yes, there was food everywhere. Yes, people were hit with things and, different stuff like that. But it was like a quick ass, like, what the fuck was that? So, yeah, I've witnessed 2 food fights in real life in my life. And the fact that motherfucking kids really take shit from TV and do it in real life. And I don't know what I was watching the other day. And I'm like, I don't know. I was watching something and it had to do with like kids from high school, and they basically like would get together and like basically like channel demons. I'm like, yeah, my kid's not allowed to leave the house because I'm not, like, I don't need her tapping into different shit like that. Like, bro, just be a smart kid. Do like me as a kid, I did goofy shit. Like, I skipped class, or we're just doing, I don't even know what I was doing in school. I just wasn't doing no like overly wild shit like summoning demons. I was just sneaking out and trying to see boys and smoke weed. Like, that was me. My kid, I would even be cool with my kid being like hella academic, like in the books, wanting to be, make something of herself. I'm down with that too. Just don't get into no shit that's life threatening or drugs and shit like that, and I'm gonna be cool. I can't do it. I can't do the crazy shit. And then what else did I say happened at school? Oh yeah, when my teachers went on strike, that shit was crazy as hell too. Cause literally, like 60% of our teachers were gone. Kids was fighting. We was on the news. Like my Reynoldsburg was a crazy little town, little burg. Like I don't understand why the shit and the strike lasted for months. Like I would say probably like September to like almost Christmas or maybe Thanksgiving, one of those. But I just know like the first couple of months of school I was not in school, and it was actually okay. Like I feel like the only kids who can say they went through some shit like that is kids who like went to school during COVID, because obviously I was an adult during COVID, but like kids was missing like I think the class of 2020 didn't go to school that whole year, and then the next year they was doing like half a days or something like that. But I know for a fact motherfuckers was not going to school at all during COVID. So I feel like when I witnessed that little strike shit at my school, like that was something like similar to that, because literally I did not go to school for months because we didn't have teachers. But yeah, those are my little quick crazy stories that I had while I was in school with my fried ass. I think I already told that story. I used to be fried all the time when I used to like cheer. And I used to like before the game, I used to be fried as shit, want to take a nap. They used to be like, "Bro, are you high again?" Like, yes. Like, give me a second. But I turned up every game. Like, you would have never knew I was high while I was cheering. But before them games, I need to eat the team meal. I need to take a little nap on the bus or something. Like, let me get my mind right. I miss school. Like, I don't miss school. Yeah, I don't miss school. I do not miss school, but I just miss like the good times that we had. Like, I wish they had like adult cheer teams and adult, just, I don't know, adult high school or something. I don't know. And next year is my 10 year. So it would be cool to see like of course everybody sees like who they know on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, but I think like being in the same vicinity of like people that I went to school with would be kind of cool. And I feel like a lot of people don't feel that way because a lot of people hated high school and shit like that. But for me, I had a great time. Life is literally what you fucking make it. And I feel like me with life, I've always made it the most that it could be. Like, I just never, settled for a normal life. I'm just not a normal person. So I feel like I just never had a boring or uninteresting life. It's always some shit going on in Brooklyn's world, I promise. But going into our last segment, we are going to talk about the song of the week. And my song of the week is Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. And I like that girl. I like her a lot, and it doesn't help that song always comes on. I either hear it on TikTok, my kids playing it, they're playing it at my gym, like literally, it's always playing. It's just me, espresso, and then it's this little video, and it's this little girl, like with the lady that's the singing coach. I don't know their names, but she be like, I'm working late 'cause I'm a singer. I'm like, ooh, you ate that up. So yeah, I've been rocking with Sabrina Carpenter, and she got that other song that, please, 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 don't prove I'm right. She said, damn, what's the lyrics? Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I'm begging you, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Yeah, she ate. And I think she's so, like, I love a good blonde on a white lady, man. Like, I love it. And she's just the right blonde, and she don't give a fuck. And I just shout out to Sabrina Carpenter, okay? And then y'all know I gotta give my girl Nikki her song of the week, and it's Still I Rise. 'Cause I had to give myself a little uplifting, because I'm trying to figure out how to get this money by tomorrow, because we gotta get my kid up out of that school. But I hate when I get weed on my lip, dog. Hold on. But I wanted to give y'all a quick shout out real quick to the people who have been messaging me, who leave comments, just supporting me and just telling me to keep going. I really appreciate y'all. I really love y'all. Podcasting, doing anything as a entrepreneur, or just making something your own and needing supporters or viewers or just anything, that it can be very hard on your brain. So just hearing one person message me and tell me that, or two or three or whoever do, or just even seeing y'all's views, like, I want y'all to know, like, y'all are much appreciated, and I love y'all so much. And just keep riding. We gonna make it one day, okay? We gonna make it, and I'm gonna always remember y'all, and I'm gonna always appreciate y'all and love y'all forever. So like, comment, subscribe, send this to your mama, your grandmama, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your cousins, your best friends, your ex-friends, anybody. And stay high and keep the good vibes going.